All right, so it's July 7th, and today we have a total of 8 championship games. We'll start off with the Pee Wee AA final, which is the only game to go into overtime. But we also have the D1 final, Junior AA, Midget AA, and plenty more. So coming up on Tour TV, we'll have all the highlights for you.
All right, so let's get our AA highlights underway. We'll start off in the Pee Wee AA final. Here in the half wall, you'll see Dylan Timmy feeding it over to Sam Eisenhower, who feeds Nicholas Moran in front of net. Moran pumps it home for 1-0 Black Ice lead. Later in the game, you see the collision there, but it's picked up by Brandon Napoli. Napoli gets him on the defender and pumps it upstairs, and it's all tied at 1. We will move into overtime now. The Tour Scorpions, Jesse Richards would pick up the puck on a Black Ice turnover, go end to end, and Richards wrists it home right there. And the Tour Scorpions defeat Mission Black Ice in overtime in the Pee Wee AA final by a score of 2-1. In the Midget AA final, you'd see Mission Black Ice from New York against Tex Effects from Texas. Now, in this game, it would be all number 14 right there who just scored that goal. Bobby Crafey would score the first 3 goals of the game. Black Ice would go on to win this game by a score of 5-1, and Bobby Crafey would have 4 of those goals for Mission Black Ice. Obviously, he got the game's MVP as you see him rip that shot home there. The only goal he would not score, he'd set up. You see the feed here. Bobby Crafey would move in and feed Evan Dressel backdoor. Evan Dressel from Buffalo, New York. And that would make the score 4-1. Black Ice running away with this one. And once again, Bobby Crafey comes in here to make the score 5-1 right there. On a move from center, he gets in, dekes the goaltender, and Black Ice would win the game and win the Midget AA championship 5-1. In the D1 final, you see the Border Cats' Brandon Hawkins hopping on a turnover, and he feeds Ryan Lemke to go backhand on AJ Zuffel, 1-0 Border Cats. Alex Aliardi is allowed to walk right in on AJ Zuffel here. Border Cats take an early 2-0 lead, but right off the face-off, after Aliardi's goal, you'd see Sean Gars pick up the puck, feed Jalen Krogan, and Krogan would look in front of the net and find Jim Goodliff, and that would cut the lead in half to 2-1 for the excitement. Getting back in the game, but the Spiezia brothers would hook up. Tyler feeds Chad in front of the net, who beats AJ Zuffel, blocker's side. It's a 2-goal game again. But now, later on in the game, with the score 3-1, you see right there, number 29 of the Border Cats would cover the puck in the crease. I believe that's Robert Scott would cover the puck, and the referee calls a penalty shot. And who else to take it on the excitement other than Sean Garth? As you see, Sean Garth comes in, works his magic on goaltender Dave Thomas. They call him DT, but he couldn't pull off a save there, and Sean Garth pulls the excitement back within 1, 3-2. But later in the game, it's all Chad Spiezia. That makes the game 4-2. Border Cats win the D1 championship, and Chad Spiezia celebrates with his teammates as he puts another title on the mantle. Let's move forward to the Mike Single A contest. It'd be the Springfield Snipers against the Allen Americans. Early, the Springfield Snipers would take an early 1-0 lead as Brandon Cisco wrists home a shot there, but then it's Logan Castile in front on a feed from Ben Elting. We're all tied at 1, but let's move forward to the second period. In the second period, a young kid by the name of Ryan Robinson would take over the game. Robinson would score 3 straight goals. There's the first one, and watch the Ovechkin celebration right here. Into the glass right there as he puts his Allen Americans team up 2-1. Now later in the game, you just saw the face-off win right there by Wyatt Strahan, and right off the face-off, it's Ryan Robinson again pumping one home, and this kid knows how to celebrate. Robinson scores his second of the game, and here comes his third. He feeds it across to Cody Robinson, who fires it off the backboards, but there's Ryan Robinson recovering the puck and putting a backhand home, putting his team up by a score of 4-1. But then Logan Castile would give his team an even larger lead as he puts a wrist shot home there, 5-1. Brandon Cisco would get another goal there on Josh Henson to shorten the lead to 5-2, but that would be all as the Allen Americans win the Mike Single A final by a final score of 5-2. Next up, Bantam AA. Colorado Crash Test Dummies against the Typhoon from Pennsylvania. Alex Downs pumps one home, blocker side there as Tyler Hansen and Downs came in 2-on-1. But the Typhoon would pull even. Watch Hayden White split 2 defenders here and tie the game at 1. A back-and-forth contest would continue. Watch Eric Martin begin the play on the pass to Noah Hemzachuk. Hemzachuk's shot stopped, but Eric Martin pumps home the rebound. Great to start the play and finish it. 2-1 Colorado Crash Test Dummies. but the Typhoon on the power play would respond. Nick Mareb, a power play wrister that pumps home, and it's all tied at 2. But Ryan Martinez, he'd respond on the power play for Colorado Crash Test Dummies, and they'd take the lead right back 3-2. But Matt Engel would get around a defender right there, and he'd get around another one, go around the outside and put it home. We're all tied at 3. Typhoon and Colorado Crash Test Dummies back and forth. So the last goal would win this game, and the last goal is coming up right here. Sam Jones feeds Alex Downs, and Alex Downs puts home the final goal of the game, and the Colorado Crash Test Dummies win the Bantam AA final by a final score of 4-3. In the Mite AA contest, you see Christopher Morris for the Tour Scorpions tip home the Madison Nichols shot. 1-0 Tour Scorpions playing against the Tour Mudcats Rocky Mountain. Zach Fellinger ties the game at 1 on a wrister there. And then later in the game, the Tour Scorpions take the lead again. Madison Nichols moves to the backhand. Great patience to wait it out there. 2-1 Tour Scorpions. Nichols assisted on the first goal and now scores the second. But watch Daniel Aerosmith. He goes top shelf where Mama hides the cookies on the steal. Now, we met him in the 2-on-2 contest. He was back checker extraordinaire. Probably one of the top defensive players in that Mite division. Ties the game at 2 there. But watch the goaltender with the big poke check there. Gets it up ahead to Jackson Smaldone. Jackson Smaldone trying to give his team the 3-2 lead. Gets around a defender, cuts to the middle, and goes upstairs. Jackson Smaldone would score what would end up being the game-winning goal and celebrates as his team, the Tour Junior Mudcats Rocky Mountain, would take home the Tour's Mite AA Championship by a final score of 3-2 over the Tour Scorpions from Florida. Junior AA would see the Tour Excitement take on the Wedding Crashers. Early in the game, it'd be Ryan Perry wristing home a shot from the half wall on the power play. It's 1-0 Excitement. The Wedding Crashers would respond. Arnie Osuna feeds J.J. Zinna in the circle, and Zinna fires one past goaltender Kenny Arnold. We're all tied at 1 in the Junior AA final. But now, watch Adam Swims break up a play in the slot. Swims feeds it up ahead to Ryan Perry. Perry feeds Zach Whitty, and Zach Whitty's in all alone on the goaltender. Goes roof job, backhand, and Whitty gives his team the 2-1 lead. Now, on the next Excitement goal, all 4 players would end up touching the puck. It'd be started by Matt Fisher, who feeds Kyle Sipperly, who feeds Connor Enciso, who feeds Ryan Perry, backdoor, 3-1, Excitement up by 2, and would not look back. Later on, it'd be another Excitement power play, Kyle Sipperly with the wrist shot, Connor Enciso with the rebound goal. 4-1 Excitement. Excitement would extend the lead to 5-1 as Zach Whitty's whisker is blasted by the goaltender Hunter Stafford. That'd be a 4-goal game now, and then later in the game it'd be Dave Busonic starting the play. He'd go end-to-end, feed Zach Whitty. Zach Whitty with the spinorama feed, back to Busonic, and that would make it 6-1. And this final score would end up being 7-1 as Tour Excitement would win the Junior AA final, and that would be it for the day. Those are your July 7th highlights from Tours Nationals in Frisco, Texas.